What this hearing is it's the Joint Committee on Public Safety and Homeland Security. So that's people from the state Senate and from the state House of Representatives that are on this committee. And anybody who wants to come can come and give testimony about what they think about each of these bills and why it's important to them. Once they get all of this public testimony and through some of their other meetings and research, they're going to come back together and they're going to look at those 60 some odd bills and say, which ones do we want to kind of combine? Do we want to put forward? There's a lot of measures between different bills that are similar so that people can actually vote on those and consider those.
I think gun violence affects me because even though I don't have a close family member who died from the shootings, it just affects my livelihood. I can't walk around the streets of Boston, I don't feel safe. And my friends from Concord, they don't want to come down because they think that they're going to get shot. Gun violence has affected me because my old double Dutch coach, she was killed in a shootout in front of her house, and her mom and everyone and her family, they're really struggling. It's hard to get over the death of someone when it was accidental, and I don't know, it's hard when your child dies, and it was her only daughter, so it was hard. And then my cousin on my mom's side, he got shot because someone was definitely trying to kill him, but he's okay.
I just want to say that our organization is raising civic engagement leaders, and this is the Pipeline Leadership Crew. And one thing I want to start up with is fired up,
ready to go.
Fired up,
Ready to go.
Fired up,
Ready to go.
This is to let you know that our kids in our communities are ready to take this issue on, and we're going to do what we can. Also, I'd like to let you know that the NAACP is the nation's oldest, largest civil rights organization, and the Boston NAACP is the nation's first chartered branch of the NAACP, established in 1911. Thank you.
The point we are trying to make today is that this issue is very personal for us, and we are asking this committee to hear our call for sound policy in the Commonwealth.
The NAACP has advocated for a number of sane, sensible gun laws which will do a lot to eliminate the damage caused by gun violence.
I hope and I ask that we can take serious measures such as gun trafficking, which is the primary source of crime guns in Massachusetts. I ask that we limit gun purchasing, and I ask that we strengthen the background check system, because I cannot afford to lose any of my loved ones, my friends, my neighbors, even strangers, to gun violence again. Thank you for listening to me.
I'm here today on behalf of my community to address an issue that affects a lot of the teens in this room. I was nervous to come here today, I still am. I kept thinking, I really don't think I can do this. I'm only 16. I can't even persuade my mother to let me stay out past 10. Really long. Explain to Hunter why I think we need to limit gun purchase. But when I walked in today and I heard some of the stories that were shared on the bus and in this room, I knew I had to speak. 5 of my friends have been shot in the last 3 months. It's because of straw purchasing. Somebody in our neighborhood is buying guns by the bulk and is selling them to young people in our community who are unable to buy them themselves. I hate to be so bold, but we need to limit the allowance of gun purchasing.
Not too long ago, I was with my fiance at a park, and I watched a young man ride up on a scooter and gun someone down. Why? He shouldn't even have a gun. Broad daylight, shooting kids right across the street, playing in the park. Not too long before I went to basic, a bullet came through my mother's window. That could have been my mother's head. I want background checks for everyone that wants to buy a gun. Background checks. Strengthen the carrying laws as well.
I want to get into a couple people that I know. My cousin Bruce was shot in the neck a couple years back just riding his bike. My niece's mother, Annalisa Perry, was shot, I think 2007, while putting flowers down for her brother's memorial, and he was shot at the very same spot. I feel like this is a very serious issue that has affected a lot of people in my life, also my life, and I hope that you guys, as a committee, can really understand where we're coming from and just really take it as, in consideration, because there's been a lot of small changes, but not really no dramatic changes.
This is a cycle that never ends. Gun violence. Somebody gets shot, a victim or somebody in their family feels like they have to get revenge, which leads to more gun violence. All of these illegal purchases through straw purchasing, where somebody buys a bunch of guns and they go to the neighborhoods of high area crimes and they make a bunch of money, and then they're going back to where they come from. So there's no effect of what they're doing or no real consequences, because they're getting away from all of the violence in the first place. Just reaching out to you guys. Hopefully you take this consideration and testimony into real consideration, and thank you for taking the time to listen to me.
We all as individuals need to change something in our communities. Something is making these people act this way. If we don't change as individuals in the community, the people pulling the trigger won't change. We will change our community, and once we do, you'll notice a big difference in how peaceful our community can be. Thank you.